Lasik True Font.
True Fonts.
What up?
What's up?
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Doing well, my friend.
Marcus True Font.
I'm here.
We got Thriller Eyes. Jessica True Font in the house. Don't look too deep into her eyes, y'all. You might get hypnotized. Hey.
Something different. Popped one in. I was like, wow, this is different. And then it took me 30 minutes to get the other one in. Fuck it, they're staying.
I was forced to get Lasik surgery by way of not being able to put my contacts in.
Really?
Couldn't do it.
How long does LASIK last? Is it for a lifetime?
It's gone.
It lasts for 10 years-ish, I think. And then a lot of places do free touch-ups and stuff like that, too.
Oh.
But it's kind of scary, though. Like, you
Touch-up.
literally
Is it like a
peeling
walk
your...
around?
Huh?
It's like you just really quick touch up your hair.
Yeah. It's a little cleanup.
I got to watch him through the glass get LASIK. They like put it on like the big screen.
Yeah.
And you watch them like prop his eyes open and then pull a very thin layer.
Are you asleep when they do that, or are you
No.
wide awake?
No, you're awake. You gotta
Wide
be
awake. And they put the clamps on the
Right, they put the clamps
Oh,
on.
because
Yeah.
I'm about to be moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
tears and everything. Yeah, I'm
Oh, my goodness.
finished. But,
You had
yeah,
tears?
I think so.
You did
know
pretty
I don't
good.
do.
I know
don't
you
do
did pretty good,
with-
but they gave you numbing stuff ahead of time, and you had to sit for a really long time with it in there. So
I'll just stick to my contact lenses and my glasses, because like, I get touch-ups every 10 years. That's
right.
weird.
Well, you don't wear your contact lenses, and I don't. Do you
I
wear
know.
glasses?
I need to. I was telling you about it. I need to refill my contact lenses.
I just bought a bunch of readers too, so I'm
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah.
can borrow
I'm
some of
old
mine.
though, so
Your non-prescription contact. You got some readers, True?
yeah, readers.
Ooh.
Swagged out ones too.
Yeah?
Amazon, like 10 pair for like $23.99.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear them like right here on the
In the
nose?
game.
In the game.
In the game.
He
in
just
the
bought
game.
some because he was wearing some crusty ass black ones, and he sleeps in them now.
I know.
So
I
he
don't
falls
know. I'm at
asleep
that
in
age,
them.
man. I'm
Yeah.
at that age. It's
Wait,
different.
like he'll be in the bed and
Yeah. Shout out to the people that sleep in their glasses.
Hey, man, watching Netflix or ridiculous porn.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. How do you fall asleep with your glasses on? Is it like all night he keeps his glasses on? Because I feel
All
like they
night.
fall off and like,
Glasses on, maybe phone underneath, on the side. What else do you sleep with? That just anything
I never stopped working.
electronic, it'll just be there.
I never stopped working. That's
don't be
kind of my
sleeping
thing.
with your phone in the bed.
I know it's not good.
Yeah, you want to get a tumor on your
I
kidney
know.
holding
Yeah,
it?
I think about that too.
Yeah, don't
Even
do
driving with it and you put it in your lap, and they say
Yeah.
I stopped wearing
keeping
my
that
phone
in your
in my
lap's not a
bra.
good thing because your member catches, the
Oh,
frequencies
God.
and such.
No,
You
that's
know
what
what?
they
You
say.
can't do anything these days. Anything is going to lead to death.
Well,
Well, listen, if it has anything to do with messing with what goes on down there, listen, we're not going to be putting the
Err
phone
on the
anywhere
side
near
of
there.
caution.
Gotta make sure that still works.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, Gigi. Go,
Shout out to
Gigi.
Gigi.
Okay, Jess,
Yes.
you went through something really crazy lately.
Yeah. Like really crazy.
What happened?
Well, I actually wrote a blog about it almost 11 years ago. Happy 5-year anniversary to my boobs. So long story short, I had 3 kids. And in my defense, no, fuck that. Kids sucked me dry. I went from a very full C cup to an A cup. And shout out to all my women, my natural women or my women with implants, women in general, women that have had kids, women that have breastfed their kids. So they're like A cups, right? After my 3rd kid. And then if you bend over, they just come to a full flat point. Like, can you imagine?
Nice.
I know. Dylan's like, but wait a minute. Like, all of the tissue, the mass, everything that filled your boobs, it's like when you deflate a fucking balloon and you just have it's like a whoopee cushion. That's what it looked like. So you bend over and you have 2 small whoopee cushions. So I decided to get breast implants. It's been 10 years. Last year, some weird stuff started happening. And I was having chronic pain, back pain, neck pain, shoulder to arm, fingers going numb. Even my foot was kind of affected by it.
Real quick, was this pain, was it like on and off? Or did you have like a point where like consistently for like a couple weeks you were just in nonstop pain?
It was on and off at first. And then right after COVID happened, one day it was weird. It was like a pop. And then it never went away. And so, it sucks. COVID, chronic pain, not knowing what's wrong with you, going to countless specialists. I thought it was my stomach. I thought I had a tumor. I thought maybe because I like to consume a bit of Crown Royal that I had pancreatitis. I thought I had all these things, and I'm having ultrasounds and CAT scans and MRIs, and they can't figure out what's wrong with me. So just laying in bed and just kind of scratching in that area, I figured out that if I touch my nipple, it started having the muscle spasms would get worse. Right. Yeah. The nerve pain, the pain would shoot down my arm. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think everything that I've been going through is because of my busted ass implants. It's been 10 years. I went to the doctor to go get them redone 2 years ago and didn't do it. I was like, I'm too busy. I don't have time to be down. I don't want to do it. Long story short, no. Take these implants out right now. And at first, I know we were kind of talking about this. I thought it might have been breast plant illness. I don't know if you guys, ladies, have heard about that, where your implants literally make you sick. They are toxic to your body. It's the silicone. Even though I get saline implants, the outside structure is still silicone, and it's toxic to some women. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I thought I had. And so I was going to do an explant and just kind of deal with it and eventually try and fill them up somehow. I've got enough on my body that I could take some out, and I could probably get H's from just the fat around my face. Okay, anyways. Right, anyways.
H-I...
Right, fat transfer. I bet you could suck all this out and I'd be like this. Swear to God. Anyways, and so I found a doctor. He said, I do not think that you have breast plant. Do you hear that?
Just let them go. As long as it's not...
They are screaming upstairs.
That type of cry, I think we'll be okay.
Breast plant illness, but ladies, do not let a doctor tell you that you don't have something that you really think you have. If you feel and your body is telling you that there is something wrong, do not ever let somebody tell you, no, do this, and not take them out. Me,
real talk. I
had a feeling. I was very torn about it because these implants have become a part of me, literally a part of me. And the unknown is scary, right? So when I'm telling him about my symptoms, he was like, oh, no. I don't think it's breast plant illness. I think you just have a really bad case of capsular contracture. Shout out to all the ladies who are dealing with capsular contracture, because it is something special.
Okay, so what is that?
So
exactly. For us folks, us gentlemen,
break it
especially
down.
like
Right.
Marcus and myself, who have
a lot
no
of
idea
people,
what
a lot
that
of
means.
women don't know
I've been
about
living it. I know it. I've been
and it's something that is
listening.
Is my ear going backward? It is something that is a risk when you get any type of implant. I think there is a higher chance when you do the implants the way I did them, above the muscle, and So anyways. Capsular contracture is when you put a foreign object into your body. It's just like any kind of foreign object. There is a risk for your body to reject it, right?
Gotcha.
And so my left side in particular was not happy. And so it formed a capsule of scar tissue.
Okay, around the implant?
Right. And usually it's near at the bottom, or sometimes just on the side or on the top. Oh, and okay, so back it up. So he was like, that's classic symptoms. It's nerve damage, which I will talk about that because I am not sure if my nerve damage is permanent.
Are you still having pain?
I'm still having issues. I know. And he said to give it some time because that area is so angry and very inflamed right now. And, but he said I might have to do some other things to help the nerves. Because hopefully prayers, I did not permanently damage the nerves. Not my fault, not the boot. It's just kind of the nature of the game, right? So anyways, he said this sounds it is capsular contracture. So what we're going to do is do essentially an in block where you remove the capsule and the implant all in one and remove all of the scar tissue. And he felt that my probability would be very, very slim if I used, well, you know, it's kind of like a sales pitch, but at the same time, I'm desperate and I'm not quite ready to do a full explant. So he was like, under the muscle, teardrop, anatomical, whatever type of implant. And he's like, I have great confidence. He's a pretty confident ass doctor, actually.
Sounds like the car salesman of the
right.
fucking year.
But at this point, I'm like, I want the pain gone.
No, I feel you.
So let's just do it. So then he looks at me and he's like, you don't think you're just going to put these implants back in your saggy ass titties, right? And I'm like, why can't I? He's like, I promise you it will not look good. Ladies with implants, you understand. When I got him 10 years ago, I didn't need it. 10 years later, breastfeeding 2 more kids. I think the implants were the only thing holding. No, I understood what he was saying.
A little
wear and tear. A little wear and tear is what he was trying to say.
Was he thinking that you wanted to put the old ones back in?
No, but he was thinking that I might want to put do the in block and then just put new ones in without anything else.
No lift or nothing like that.
Right, and he said your implant will sit here and your titties will sit, the rest will sit down here. You will not like it.
Some might like it and be
I'm
okay
not
with
paying
it.
to not like my
Yeah,
shit,
that's true.
right? Yeah. So he's like, so we're going to do it. And we'll do a lift too. You know, women go back to work after a week. Some women, they take Tylenol after 2 days. So anyways, last Friday, I go in. And it was a 6-hour surgery. He said it was one of the most intense cases of capsular contracture that he's seen. And he sent me pictures. And you can't even see the implant. He said it was completely calcified and it was stuck.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it was literally stuck to all the surrounding tissues. So he had to cut all the scarring, all the tissue, all of that out.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. What color is it? What does it look like?
Doesn't it look like blood?
It's like a deep cranberry, dark red, from what I saw from the picture.
Did it look like a placenta?
Yes. It looked like a placenta. Shit. And he was like, that is why your boob was shaped the way it was, right. Is because it was being constricted by this capsule. And all
right, this is a personal question, but
yeah.
I'm just trying to understand the severity of the capsulation. So was it like, let's say you jumped.
It damaged my nerves.
But I'm saying, if you jumped, like one boob would bounce and the other one would just stay there?
Kind of. Well, and it's pushed up here. So your implant is up here. Your saggy titty skin is down here. So, I had to do...
So wait, did your nipple
Yes, my nipples were very uneven. I had to do lots of tricks to keep them even, right? And it was getting to the point where I would hug people and I felt self-conscious because it was a fucking rock up here. It was just a rock. So, anyways, I woke up and I guess when I came out of surgery, they said that I was talking about homeschooling. and that I was on the computer. And I said, was I literally using my hands and typing? She was like, no, but you definitely were giving us
locked in.
Some homeschool game.
Definitely
and
was
I'm
locked
like,
in.
Hey, homeschooling was really life around here,
right.
man.
It's clearly
Still
it's life.
is.
Right. It's still life. So
Just comes out of surgery and all she thinks about is curriculum. That's great.
So I think there was a little bit of deception. Maybe he didn't realize how fucked up it was in there, but
to be fair, he didn't know what was inside, of course, without seeing it.
I'm kidding.
Was the other one okay?
It was encapsulated too, but it wasn't
nearly as bad
not to that level, though.
Not to
Right,
that level. And when I woke up and I got home and the pain medicine that they gave you wore off, you couldn't give me enough oxy to take away the pain. I was actually taken back. And I have a pretty fucking high tolerance for pain. And it was like literally having C-sections on your titties. It was that bad. Shout out to all my C-section mamas. But yeah, no. And so today was the first day that I was able to shower myself and really... I was going to get to you.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I've enjoyed playing doctor, etc. Could have done better with...
Mr. Truefight, I got some questions for you.
He did enjoy it. The first day I was like, he gets into the shower to help me. And I'm like, do you really have to go there right now? Can you really calm down?
Why not, though? Like I said, when we go back to the early shows of being thirsty, etc., that's, I know she's down. So I'm not...
You're over there in your head like... Babe got them new things.
Nope, because
just what I'll need.
Just the sheer fact that he was giving me a shower, I think, was just enough for.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I love how much your husband loves you.
So do I.
I think it's dope.
So do I, because he took such good care of me. There were a few times when he shorted me some medication, and I'm like, Marcus. And I'm
not used to waking up at all hours of the night.
It was like having a baby.
Yeah.
He had to give me antibiotics.
So was it like every
6 hours?
Yeah.
6 hours you had to get up?
I had to have antibiotics.
Slept through a couple of alarms, and
I'm like, I'm supposed to have it at 6:30. Marcus wakes me up, and I'm like, oh, what time is it? He's like, it's 7:30. I'm like
9.
Shorted me like 3 pills. One he had dropped in the bed. One was, I don't know where the other 2 went, honestly. But
I felt bad too, but
he took.
And I couldn't get mad either because she's saying it nice now, like kind of.
I was coming off medicine. I was in pain. I wasn't very nice about it.
Were you crying?
I did cry on Friday.
I gave her that space and opportunity to vent and let me know exactly how you felt about me.
But back to you, he was very attentive.
Thanks,
he
Mama.
still is. He won't let me drive, which I think I'm good to drive, but he won't let me drive.
No.
He was just consistently making sure I was okay. And you have to sleep at a 45-degree angle and wear socks so there's, you don't get blood clots, and you have to, do all that. He did it all. He was rubbing the cream on my boot. Wicked. Right.
Nah, but
he was pulling down my pants, and he even had to wipe.
That's a good man, though. I mean, man.
I couldn't do it.
What do you say in your vows? Through
That's
sickness
what I'm
and
saying.
through health?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to hold it down.
Right.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
that. So it doesn't matter. Anything I had to do, I was there to do it. And I'm still there. And
and I had drains coming out of my titties when I woke up. Didn't expect that. He had to empty out the blood and extra stuff like every few hours. And I think the drains were the worst part, because if you turned, it would like bite you and you're like, and so it was pretty painful.
kind of like a catheter for
boobs. Right.
I know.
So when I go in,
Yikes.
I go in for my first post-op a couple days later, and she has to undo my bra, and I'm sitting there, and I thought I was going to throw up, and she's like, are you going to pass out? She's like, just breathe. Are you going to pass out? She was like, let me know. If you stand up, let me know which way so I can kind of...
so she can catch you.
Right. And that's how it was. Just walking was hard. breathing was, everything hurt. So
when you stood up, would you get lightheaded?
These got lightheaded. He'd have to help me up. Every single time he had to help me up. And everything would rush to the bottom. All the pain. And I was just like...
Because she was sleeping elevated.
Right.
Feet up. So, yeah.
So,
I tried to get her to slow down. It's not the easiest thing to do.
I was slowed down. Well, I had no choice but to slow down.
I remember talking to you like before, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm going Friday," but I forgot. I got my daughter's thing I got to go to on Sunday, and I'm like, "You're not gonna get out of bed."
I went. I don't know how.
Why? Why did you stay home?
I did. 2 days after surgery, I went to my daughter's dance competition, which she won first place.
She did.
Hey,
shout out to Kenny Ken.
Shout out to Kennedy.
Yeah, Kenny
so I'm
Ken.
glad I was there. But my mom came. My mom changed her.
Is Kennedy the sore loser?
No.
No.
That's
Cassidy.
Cassidy's the sore loser. Still right up there, probably losing very sorely.
Somebody left their food and stuff on the table too. I'm kind of pissed about it. All the lights is off, everything's clean, but all the food's on the table.
Oh, I'll eat it. But I told somebody I had surgery, and she was like, "You are moving like."
Yeah, like why are you
Walking Dead?
Yeah,
right.
Like, why are you here?
I had to help her. She would not let my mom take her. She wanted me to be there. So who am I to say I cannot be there?
Were the kids aware of everything that's going on, that mom has gone through 6-hour surgery and mom isn't going to probably be able to move that much because mom has 6-hour surgery?
Cash ran and lunged at me several times, and Marcus is like, get away from your mom.
So did you not explain this to them?
Well, he's telling everybody I'm sick, and I'm like, I'm not sick.
Well, the younger ones can't really understand, of course, the process. So your mom's sick. She's not feeling well. So don't.
Or your mom had a procedure.
They don't know what procedure
she had
means.
surgery or whatever. I could have said that, but I was just like.
But would they be too like on what and start like digging?
Not like that. I don't mind about that.
I don't think Cassius would have understood. Cassidy would have, but he kept coming to lunge in at me, and a couple of times Cassidy, like when I was up, she hugged me a few times, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna cry. Right. Please.
I had to catch him like in midair sometime, like when they're trying to.
Yeah, he would catch him midair, like get away from your mom.
Hey, but you try to explain. The older girls, I could explain and get them to help and do different stuff like that. But I mean, it's such different levels with the kids. But it actually was time, but it wasn't time because your surgery was supposed to be pushed out a little bit, and I felt like. Before we know it, it was on. So we had to plan, I had to do stuff to get it done. And then the kids will be back. I'm going to take mom to surgery and then it's going to be back.
And then the kids my mom took them the two little, I don't remember.
I took the two littles within the first night that Jess was home. So I didn't have to worry about them and I could just play doctor. And do my thing and make sure I stayed up on the pills, because it's a pretty, standard things, the antibiotics and all the stuff that could get serious if you don't take the stuff. And then with the pain meds, if you fall short on that, I did once, or twice, but you want to stay up on that because that's uncomfortable.
And I don't like to take pain medications. So I'm like, I'm going to be on.
And I kept saying, take your meds. Yeah.
I don't want to take it, but I can't move. But by Friday, just this past Friday, well, on Thursday night, because your bra can dig into your incision. I don't know what, it's just, I don't even think it's digging into your incision, but they're just so sensitive when you have a lift.
Is it true that, and this is kind of side note, but I had read something years ago about how bras are actually not healthy or not good for women?
Well,
is that a truth?
We're not supposed to be wearing bras, right?
Certain types, probably, I would.
But underwire bras.
Is it underwire bras that aren't good? Okay.
And you can absolutely not do that with these.
Right.
These have to be fully healed. So I decided on Thursday night to unbutton the bottom of my bra and sleep without, because they give you, a bra to wear. And I decided I'm in pain. I'm going to undo it.
Pain was worse?
Friday morning. I don't think this is ever going to go. So I had a moment. And then I left for Syncadia for the weekend.
Son Katie is always nice.
Right.
Son Katie is always nice.
Right.
Surgery to crying, and then I'm gonna take off to Syncadia.
Surgery to dance to crying to Syncadia. But then on Sunday, I kind of just had a breakthrough, and I am used. It doesn't hurt as much. I'm used to it. They appear to have dropped a bit, and they're kind of trying to settle in a little bit. And
just as an instant gratification type of personality. So the doctor's been saying weeks to months or whatever you need to do that you have to just wait on that. So Jess is okay. No,
Jess,
I'm basing it off of my first surgery, and I'm basing it off of I didn't even have to take that much pain medication until my 5th C-section.
Right. Well,
so I was taken back.
Just like Jess said that the doctor said this was one of the worst cases he's seen on the capsular side of things. So just take your time. I'm gonna take.
So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be worse because it's encapsulated. It's obviously like there's like. It's like infected. There's like infection there.
Right. So, I think he had to dig out my soul to get that implant out.
It's definitely going to hurt a million times worse.
Invasive, it'll be in there.
It was invasive. It was.
For sure.
But I feel better. And funny thing, I showed my 3 oldest daughters because the breast lift, ladies.
Oh, did you show them the scars?
And my oldest was like, I will never do that. And I said, if your titties are sagging to your knees, you'll consider it. Mine weren't, but anyways, so I'm doing much better. I would not be down here if I was in the pain that I was in even a couple days ago.
Oh, no, we'd make you. We'd roll you down. We'd roll you down.
Little crown, little tequila.
Carry you down the stairs. You'd be all right.
Numb it. But I think that's
on the pool table.
I think that's what helped this weekend. We were at a friend's birthday party, and I walked, and I
got to move around some.
I had crown, which made me move even more. And I think that really helped, even though I was miserable some of the time. On Sunday, I was like, well, wait a minute.
I got outside, got some fresh air.
My
got
boobs
in the
aren't
element,
going to fucking bottom out and drop from underneath. Like, I'm good. So, yeah, here I am. So, anyways, yes. Sadly, I'm still having nerve issues. And the doctor told me to give it time because what they did was pretty, keep saying, intense and invasive, and that I'm still very swollen and that it's very angry right now.
And you dealt with it for a long time too. So
right, and he said, and so everything is firing.
7, 8, 9 years of being in that state. It'd be tough.
How is it for you, Marcus? Like, just you seen your wife go through that and have that pain, and then at the same time, like, she's crying.
I didn't do it all the time. It was more out of frustration than anything.
But she's frustrated.
I ain't no wimp.
She's a soldier. Kel,
I
know. Be careful.
Tread lightly.
Listen, you've carried 5 children. Trust me. Like you don't need to prove. We know. We get it. But what I want to know is, was your patience at any point tested?
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
But you know what she's going through. So what I tried to do was put myself in her shoes. If I would have been, going through a procedure and I couldn't even move, I couldn't help myself, I needed somebody else to do the basic stuff for me. That's already frustrating enough to be in that position. So I was like, okay, I need to be on my job. I need to do this. I need to clear my schedule. I mean, I got to get away from myself and look to help my wife first. So that's where I was at mentally. But there was times it's like, okay.
The first few days I
need this. I need that. And
oh yeah, he felt like I was barking orders, and I'm like, no, dude, it's time for my medicine. Like,
okay, say please,
right?
Or I'm not doing.
Please, pretty much. He was like, kind of like, I don't like your tone. And I'm like, dude, I'm just asking. I'm just asking you to help me get up. I have to potty, please.
Grab this, get that. But
because it was a lot. Because
I know,
normally
right.
I can turn and grab my phone.
And I
couldn't.
Yeah. And like I said,
couldn't do anything.
To put myself in her shoes, sometimes I had to be like, okay, I'm tripping. I need to understand where she's at and what she's doing. I know if you were not in your right mind, but if you could do what you wanted to do, things would be a little bit
You know what the problem
different.
is, Kel? Is he is a perfection. He's like, he's a perfectionist.
Don't
No, I
you
don't
do
even
it.
think he's a perfectionist, but I
don't
think
you-
people hold him in such high regard.
I hate when she says
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh, Marcus Trufant, you're the best. You're the man. You're the
No,
man. So he's
that's not
used to
true.
getting pumped up. So when I tear him down, even a little, he does not like criticism.
What it is
and it's kind of funny because he's football. That's all you get. But that's not all you get. I'm sorry.
You get shit on as a athlete on a daily basis.
But there's something about criticism outside of your football that he does not like. He does not like being wrong. He does not like being told, you missed my pills.
Yeah.
I
took that one. I took that one.
That's that Capricorn.
Yeah. I took that.
Like he gets down and gets all in his fucking feelings.
If I'm grinding, I'm going as hard as I can. I'm just going, and then to have someone
say you skip my medication,
not so eloquently let me know that, I may be falling a little short.
I wasn't even that bad though.
Sometimes it's like,
like I even had to go, Jess, did you say something? I think it was just too many you fucked ups in the nicest way.
So, knowing she was going into surgery, you're Mr. Over prepared.
Overachiever.
Did you like prep around the house or maybe prep the bedroom from when knowing that she was going to come home and have some just stuff set up?
I fell short on that too.
Oh, true.
I feel like
I don't think neither one of us knew.
I know. Yeah. Things happen fast and they changed in a hurry. So I
you guys didn't know the severity of it.
No.
I would
and
think
the doctor,
is what it sounds
in
like.
all honesty, was saying it wasn't gonna be as bad as it was, and I don't think he knew until he got in there and was like, "Oh,
right,
this is a bad case." And then afterwards, it was just different. It was like, okay, boom. But I didn't have no crackers or nothing like at the house when you're supposed to eat and stuff. They gave us some snacks and stuff, and that's all we had. And I couldn't leave, and so I was.
Oh man, you didn't have the unsaltines.
But
ready?
I had to. No, I got those like day 3. I made a run to the store to go get the saltines.
Those
so
were hella drying, but
she was kind of drugged up, so she really didn't know that. But it's tough though. But you love somebody and you see them in pain and you want them to be right, so you deal. Not that I was dealing with stuff. That's not.
And in true Capricorn.
Yeah, I wanted to be perfect.
And he said, "This is a job." This is like, I'm a doctor. This is serious shit right here.
Yeah.
So I need to do everything. And so when he didn't, it was like a letdown.
Oh,
it's him.
Don't you tell me I messed up. Don't you do that. Right. I'm doing the best I can. But no. I had to change my mindset from, bathing to, this is sexy and wow, to, okay, I need to make sure that I'm being gentle, I'm doing the right stuff, make sure I'm hitting the scar. So I had to change my whole...
Oh, was you changing dressing and stuff too?
All that.
Yeah.
All that.
He was doing
all that for
all
me.
that.
And were you like bathing, were you like sponge bath in the bathtub, just on her back, like, it's okay, babe? And
oh my It got to the point where I felt like I could go to the bathroom on my own, and here this guy is coming in right after me like, can I pull down your pants?
Do you need any assistance?
He'd still probably like to do that.
When he said like that, can I pull down your pants?
Pretty much. He would just come right in after me, and I'm like...
I didn't want any setbacks, though, because that's the last thing you want. You reach too far, and you tear a stitch, or you do something.
I'm sorry, that's really funny. Because I can just picture you just like... Hey.
No, that's how it was, because he would help me up, and then he would turn around, and I would go in and try and do it myself, and then here he is.
Hey, whoa,
standing in there.
I got this.
Right, just like that.
Let me peel him.
Yeah, pretty. And
and you know I'm not that flexible because I got my own stuff, so I had to go all the way down to a knee.
He's down on his knees. It was
that's a good man down on bended knee.
But I couldn't do this a few days ago, but
I know.
This is my guy.
I just said I'm clocking out now. I think
she got
right
it.
On the cusp.
I did it today.
Right,
he didn't even know. He was gone, and I got up and showered and got dressed.
So I assume like you can't put your hand like arms up above your head, right?
Not quite. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
What?
You're gonna tear a stitch or something.
Oh no, you can't tear this. But yeah, so that was my journey, and hopefully the nerve, whatever this is, as the swelling and everything goes down, it calms down too.
Well,
yeah, that was an intense.
That was a very intense story. I hope you feel better. I'm hoping you're feeling better.
I am,
which is good. Shout out to my guy though for holding it down.
Much appreciated.
I mean,
yeah,
much
you're the real MVP.
Per
usual.
Nah, but Jess is a soldier. She powers through just about any and everything. So I'm not surprised.
But I couldn't this time. Like I literally couldn't. I wanted to so bad, but I couldn't.
At some point,
my body was like, no.
She did though. To a certain point, she just kept going and didn't stop. I never felt like she was not trying her hardest and doing her best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she don't like to follow orders from me or the doctor at times, but that's just the way of the world. And when you got a strong woman that likes to do her thing and push forward.
You think that's bad? Just wait till y'all get old, and she started getting in her 70s and 80s.
What do you know about that?
Shoot, I watched my grandparents, and when and
I did too.
Yeah, and when the doctor starts telling you there's certain things you can't do. I remember I told my grandpa he couldn't drive anymore, and he goes, "They're taking my freedom from me."
Oh well, that's different. I will be.
You'll be the old lady just...
Yeah, until I run somebody over. And then I'll have to...
I know my grandma stopped driving on the freeway and only drove on the back roads.
So it took her to get everywhere.
That's a hell of a journey.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, this was a great episode. Very intriguing.
Yeah.
I learned about breast encapsulation.
Yep.
Capsular Contracture.
I know, you're like the expert now.
Right? Capsular Contracture.
And it sounds terrifying. Ladies, if you got breast implants and they're about to hit that 10-year mark, go get that checked.
Go get them checked out because I waited too long.
Yeah. Go get that checked out.
I did. And it's totally different from 10 years ago. This guy, the doctor 10 years ago, he popped my titties in and just sent me on my way. And it's serious. You have to take pills that are preventative capsular contracture. I'm doing ultrasonic massages that break up the scar tissue and keep everything moving and like all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, what? All right, cool.
All right, well, I forgot what number episode we're on, but it was a great
17,
episode.
right?
Is this 17?
Did I lie?
16?
Did I lie?
17, whatever.
Ooh,
we don't know. Another good one in the books.
Another good one in the books,
Right.
though. Truly Unruly, Marcus Trufant, the lovely Jessica Trufant. Dylan's behind the camera. Remember, follow us on Instagram, Truly Unruly _podcast. Follow Marcus. Is it just
Marcus _Trufant
on Instagram. Fab5 Mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at Radio Kells. Remember, watch us every Sunday on Converge Media, Omari. And then, by the way, Omari and them, they're about to celebrate their 1-year anniversary.
Oh, wow. Shout out to them.
Very
Congratulations.
cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
You can watch us on YouTube, on Marcus's YouTube channel that is named Marcus Trufant.
Any more, Marcus?
Any more, Marcus?
No, I think that's it, guys. I think we're good. Yeah.
I think we're good.
It's Truly Unruly.
Listen to us on Podcast One and Apple Podcasts. Probably should tell them that too.
Yeah. I'm glad you know this stuff.
Yes. We out.